In today's Warcrow topic, we are going to be talking about the Skin Changers, who are part of the Northern Tribes faction in Warcrow. So Skin Changers are a unique faction or race to Warcrow, and they are quickly becoming one of my favorites. Kind of key characteristics of them is that they're tall, they have blue skin, and they're humanoids, but they are just very, very interesting and cool to me, and the fact that they're unique is once again a cool thing. But the Skin Changers themselves are an elite, hyper-aggressive vanguard unit. They are able to withstand the weight of an enemy's attack or be rush units, and able to hit the opponent with unmatched speed. And they're able to do this because they have an ability to partially transform and gain the attributes of their spirit totem. And some Skin Changers who are very well trained can even fully transform into their spirit totem. And so Skin Changers, and just Variant really in general, receive their spirit totem when they are 12 years old during a ceremony in which it is revealed on their skin. And this ceremony is typically led by a shaman and a tattooist. And so then they get this symbol or this spirit totem, and the tattooist will then tattoo it onto their body. And so the Variant have a very big culture on their tattoos, and there's a lot of connections with them. We will talk more about tattoos when we discuss the tattooist. And so if you're very interested in kind of that part of the lore and that unit, just let me know down below. But for Skin Changers, their presence is terrifying in its own right. They are or the most powerful of the Skin Changers will actually stand at the bow of their longships, the Variant longships, when they're coming to raid, because they have a lot of the Viking aesthetic. They will stand at the bow of their longships to intimidate and actually act as kind of a psychological warfare on their opponents who will be standing on the shoreline seeing them approaching. And they are just these massive, creatures, right? The Variant are already tall, but then seeing Variant who are partially transformed and look like these massive kind of bestial creatures, almost kind of werewolf-like, or whatever were creature you want, is just really intimidating and can be quite scary, especially if you're just a farmer who worked on the coastline. And so the Variant work in several different clans. In the lore book, it says that there are 8 named clans, and they get their names from the different totems of their leaders and characteristics of kind of like their iconic warriors. Now, I don't know if this means that like within all of the Variant there are 8 clans, or like specifically within the Northern Tribes, or even if it's just what's known for us. But right now, there are 8 clans that we know about. So we're just going to kind of go over those. Our first one is the Clan of Claws. These Variant are cunning and swift warriors who have unmatched physical power. They act as an unstoppable vanguard force. Next, we have the Clan of Scavengers. These are they have a highly developed sense of smell, and which helps them hunt down injured or dead opponents and prey. They like to work in groups, but can be dangerous when they also work alone, although they do prefer to work in groups. The Clan of the Caverns has a lot of quick ambush warriors who like to corner their foes. So they're very much about like circling and capturing their opponents in tight situations. And they do not like to be in prolonged engagements or chases. So they're very much ambush fighters. They like to get in and get out quick. The Clan of the Albatross is the opposite. They can cover ground very quickly and prefer to work alone or in their various solo missions or hunts. And they are seen as unreliable by the Scavenger and Cavern clans. I think this is primarily because they don't necessarily work with others, and they have a tendency to go very, very far away. The Clan of the Crowned is going to be led by the group's oldest warrior, who coordinates different attacks, and so they are very, very coordinated group, and they have exceptional night vision. This is especially helpful in the dark and the fog. And remember, the Variant come from the north, although they did not originally herald from the north. That's currently where most of their population is, so it is an area where darkness is longer than the daytime. Think of our own kind of northern hemisphere, Antarctic and Arctic circles. The Clan of the Horned are going to be deceptive because they are more fierce than their opponents would think, and this helps them kind of get an advantage because they're always underestimated, I would assume. And they are also extremely coordinated, and they have very quick reflexes. So I imagine these Variant might be a little thinner, a little bit more lithe, kind of like your rogue archetypes, right? They look deceptive, but they are actually as dangerous. The Clan of the Shark is cold and tenacious. They ironically circle their prey looking for different weaknesses. I don't picture this as them like actual sharks kind of like walking in circles around their prey. I see it more like if you've ever done a boss fight in a video game, right? You're kind of circling around them, trying to figure out where points of weakness are before you strike. And this idea I have is also reinforced by the fact that the Clan of the Shark knows that bigger targets are harder for them to take down, so they are open to working with other clans to take down these targets, and when they do so, they are riskier. The Clan of the Shark will do a lot more riskier moves. Finally, we have the Clan of the Beast. This clan has gigantic warriors who are very slow but extremely powerful. They, when paired with the Clan of Claws and Shark, make an invincible advancing wall. They are known to be stubborn and unsociable, so while they can make an invincible wall with other clans, they can sometimes have issues working with others. They are kind of like the big mega beasts. I'm assuming these individuals, their skin changers, are able to transform into kind of like larger apex predators. So why is this cool? I think the skin changers are just generally cool because I've always loved werewolves. So they have some sort of that like werewolf motif. And I like the flexibility of the different tattoos. When you see the other lore videos on Variant I do, every single one of those Variant have tattoo connections. All of those units and the Variant themselves within the game have different abilities because of their tattoos. And the tattooist, I think if I remember, can even give out and do some buffs and stuff with the ability to give tattoos. And I just think it's really cool that they also have these cool hybrid abilities. I love monstrous units and individuals who kind of have monster attributes, and I just really love the sculpts of the skin changers. It's some of my favorite within the game. And with that, this lore video about the skin changers comes to an end. If you have any units that you'd like to see any specific lore videos on, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow this channel to get more Warcrow lore, and if you survive the fog, I'll see you in the next video.